I thrifted this, what's it called? I thrifted this blazer online and it's too snug. It buttons, sort of, like if I don't wear my padded bra, it would. Um, if I don't wear my thick winter underwear, it'd be fine, but that's too many ifs. It's too snug. The sleeves, just skin tight. I feel like if I go like this, it's stretchy, so it doesn't tear, but I feel it. So we'll see what we can do. I'm worried about the sleeves. The sleeves are very snug. And there's only one seam to work with. The body of the blazer is not as snug, and I have several seams that I can work with, so I'm a little less worried about that. So we shall see. Here's the blazer inside out on my dress form, Tanya. There's a very nice finishing of seams with bias tape, with contrasting bias tape. So let's see which seams I need to work with. Most of these seams are also easy to undo and redo. They're nice, wide seam allowances. The seam that's hard to undo is the one at the shoulders, and unfortunately that's the first one that needs to go. So we'll do that. It needs to go because the seams lead to the shoulders, the armholes, the sleeve seams as well. We have two seams on each sleeve. So I have to take the sleeves off first. And then I'm going to redo some seams with a smaller seam allowance to increase girth in several places. The sleeves, as we saw, are very narrow. And the most I can get from any of those seam allowances is 1 centimeter. I fear that this would not be enough for the sleeves. And then the only seam I can work with is the one that's almost under the arm, is this one. My idea here, I went to look into my fabric stash and I found this. It's a ribbon. Not really. This came from a skirt. I must still have it. It's my dirtle skirt that I got as a gift when I was a child. And I think that's where this came from. I, at some point, decided that I should shorten it a little bit. Bottom line is, this is pure wool. And just to say that it's nice, this is not wool. So in a way, it's nicer than that. But it's also not quite matching the print of the blazer. But if it's under the arm, it would not be as noticeable. So what I've decided to do is to use this here and augment the seam under the arm. And I'm going to give it 2 centimeters. I'm actually probably going to do a trial run, but I'm thinking 2 centimeters might be good. What was that noise? I think my cat sneezed or something. He seems fine. I think that's the only place I'll need it. I was thinking about doing another seam. Oh, no, there's one more place where I will need this to increase the size, and that is at the shoulders. So that will be visible, but it's necessary. As we saw, the shoulders were very narrow, and then if I add to the sleeves, I'm also going to be taking out some of the other seams. I will need more at the shoulder, so this would be good because I'll have more ease. So let's look at the bodice seams that we can work with. The front seams, they land on a pocket, and these are not fake pockets. They're real. So not touching that. The side seam is completely accessible all the way down. So if I take out the sleeve, this is free. So I can take that out, gain 1 centimeter here. Another sleeve that's going to become completely free once I take out the sleeve is this one. So that's another centimeter. And then there'll be another centimeter here and another centimeter here. Four. And in girth, I think that would be more than enough. This blazer was mostly narrow in the sleeves and in the shoulders. So I think I will have a good amount of ease if I simply take out my bodies, those four, was it four? Yeah, four body seams. So let's go. My first step will be to unpick the, well, I'm going to take this apart. I have to take out the sleeves and then undo the seams that I just talked about and restitch everything. Easy. I've separated the sleeves and the side panels on the blazer and then pressed everything thoroughly. And it's time to put this back together. I'm going to start by pinning and stitching the side panels back on with reduced seam allowances. This blazer is finished along all edges with a, I think it's called piping, and that makes things a little challenging because now I've stitched here and it's now a little longer because I've gained not much. I thought I might gain a centimeter, but really this is now 5 millimeter wider than it was before. This is what it looks like from the back. So that's how the seams were, and this is how this one is. So I've only reduced the seam allowance overall by 5 millimeters. It's just challenging. If I get too close, I get the contrasting bias tape to show in the front, and this did occur. Right here, we see a tiny bit of blue, and that's because on the back side, I caught some, so they went to the front. At any rate, we were on the band at the bottom, so it is now going to be a little too short to make it to the edge. And so what I need to do there is to, it doesn't quite make it. So what I'm going to do is to add that piece from that wool. So there will be a tiny bit of light gray here. We'll continue the finishing of that bottom band next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.